Today is the day, finally. I am planting probably all, I don't know all, I might chicken out. I am planting my summer garden now. We are 2 weeks away from our last frost date, which I know is risky. But when I looked at the forecast, everything is well above freezing through there. And it goes through, I think, like a 20-day forecast or something like that. But the low, it projects right now the low to be like low at night for the whole week. Like the lowest it'll be is about 48, which they've been out in 48 degree weather. They've been out in like 40 degree weather, to be completely honest. They have been hardening off all month, pretty much all month. So they should be nice and ready to go. And I'm ready and I have time. My toddler is sleeping right now. And just like everyone else, I'm sure, we are on pandemic lockdown. So I get to work from home. My husband is off. So even though, and my toddler is here, which does make it more complicated, but it's just more time here to do it. Like I can work on my lunch break, or I can work in the garden on my lunch break. I'm already here at 5 o'clock rather than driving home. So I have more time, especially if we do randomly get a frost. I have some frost cover that I can put on it, and I would have time to put on it, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm going, oh my God, ah! Sorry, there's a wasp. Anyway, let's go plant. Goodbye, plants. And here are 2 of my tomatoes. This one is really old, man. You'll have to watch my other videos to see when I planted that one. It is a Sweet 100 that I planted, gosh, I think it was back in January or December or something. But we have flowers, and this flower has been, oh, can you see it? That flower has been around for a while, and it should be all pollinated and will be going away soon. Oh, that one is too. So we should have cherry tomatoes very, very soon. And then that one I just planted up yesterday. I like to have them in containers for easy access, like if it's raining and we need to put tomatoes on like burgers or something. This one is a San Marzano, and that one is a cherry. Whew, it is a hot one today. Oh, but it feels so good. Oh my gosh. Man, it's a good time to be quarantined. I will tell you that. There's a lot to be thankful for. But I'm not going to go into that. We're not going to talk about the quarantine. We're going to talk about the garden, because that's what we're doing right now. And my baby bump, I am 33 weeks pregnant, and it's slowing me down, but that's okay. Anyway, so let's take a look at what I'm working with right now. Right now, I have 4-ish, well, 5-ish beds. So I have that one, which I have green beans and ground cherries planted. This one is the one that I had not gotten to fully prep for spring. You can kind of still see it's kind of uncovered, a lot of weeds. So I'm gonna have to do work on that one before I can plant in it. This one ended up with a lot of weeds too. They just pop up so fast. But this is where I put the peppers last year, and I'm probably going to put them there again this year. Over here is where, it is pretty overrun. Man, I have a lot more work to do than I thought. But I have weed tarp over the majority of it because that's where I put my vining squash. So I have to clear out a little bit of weeds here. Not that bad. I also have peas and spinach there. For now, I'm going to keep them in. The peas have not started to produce yet. I mean, they've flowered and stuff, but they haven't really hit their high point before they decline. So I'm going to keep those in. Probably going to keep the spinach in. I might expand it. I don't know. But anyway, the vining stuff will be here. Last year I put the okra here. I really didn't plant any okra. I kind of forgot to plant the okra because I don't really like it. But I'll probably end up putting that there and maybe something here. And then, again, I had meant to expand all this, but I just didn't end up having the time with everything going on. Here is these are my primary tomato beds. I also have oregano growing here. which is fine. But I planted, I don't even think I filmed it. I think it was on my Instagram. I already planted one tomato because I was getting a spring fever and I just wanted to. And even at that time, I think I planted it like a week ago. I knew that there wouldn't be a frost between then and now. So I was like, what the heck, I'll plant it. And it is growing and looking great. Oh, the cow scared me. But we have a lot of volunteer tomatoes growing from last year. Like, look at that big old clump. So obviously I'm not going to let all these grow. I'll probably pick a couple of them. I mean, what the heck, why not? And we'll see if they grow or not. But I'll probably put tomatoes here and there. Here's where I thought I would put an herb garden, but this is cilantro. It's already bolted. When I'm filming this, it is March 28th. So it is pretty warm weather. We're already in the 80s. But yeah, I mean, it's already bolted. So I think I might give up on my herb garden. I also tried to plant green beans, but something came in here and ate them all. So it'll probably just end up being an extra bed for some extra stuff. But I'll chop this down and save it and probably give the bolted parts to the chickens. Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm going to show you, or try to show you, what I do when I am planting my tomatoes and pretty much every other vegetable that I have in my garden. So, of course, I dig a hole. I have prepped these beds in the fall and a little bit in the very, very, very early spring. I put rock mineral down and oyster shell. So the first thing that I like to do in my little handy dandy pot over here, I have old bedding from the sheep and the cows. It's not necessarily aged. It's just from the bedding that they use during the winter. I don't really age this kind of stuff. I know you're supposed to, but I don't. I'm putting this down in the hole, kind of as the first layer before I put the plant in. So it's not like my fruit and vegetables are going to be touching it. And I'm very careful to wash my hands extremely well afterward. But first I put some of that down, and then I put some oyster shell. It's a little dilapidated. I need a new bag of it, but that's just crushed up oyster shell for calcium. So I first put that, and then I put some of that. And then I put a little bit of the native dirt in on top a little bit so it's not directly on top of it. And then I obviously take him out, take the bottom leaves off, lay him down in there, and cover him back up. And then I'll mulch it. It's just a little hard to show you. I don't know if this is going to work to show you. Okay, that was not the best example because I didn't dig it deep enough. But here you can see I laid it down that way. I started the hole over here and laid it down. I took off 2 of the leaves so that now just kind of the crown is showing. And it will pop up toward the sun even though it's laying down. But I put some fresh straw on it. This is not from the cows and sheep, that's fresh. And that's how I'm gonna do pretty much all of them. I am tired. I'm really tired. I only got done with like 1/3 of what I needed to, but now I'm definitely at the point where being pregnant is really making it hard to do everything I want, and I'm actually really bummed. Today would have been the perfect day to get it all done, but I can't. There's no way. It hurts to be on my knees. If I'm on my butt, I can't lean over because of my belly. I just feel like we're in a marathon. It's hot. And I hate complaining because I want to do it. Like, I want to finish it, and I like really hate that I can't. but I just can't right now. So this will just have to be part 1. But here's what I've done. It feels like nothing. Oh my gosh, was I out of focus that whole time? Sorry, all of that was out of focus. But here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomatoes in. That's all I still have to do. I need to water them because now they're all hot. I have my tomatillo there. And then I did a squash and a zucchini over there. Oh, I'm so sad. That's all I could do. I feel like I'm gonna die. So much for my big planting day. Wah wah.